Good afternoon and thank you for joining us at Western Mass News. I'm Sarah Grinelli. Demonstrators gathered on the steps of Springfield City Hall this afternoon in part of a statewide Labor Day rally for change. Let's get right out to Western Mass News reporter Lindsay Kane, who joins us live in Springfield with more. Lindsay.
Sarah, workers at the socially distanced rally said they wanted to come together to demand recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. The Western Massachusetts Area Labor Federation is joining forces with the workers across the Bay State to highlight the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I think we're at a point in our country where there's been so much going on with COVID, with the current administration, and we're at a low point, but that also gives us this opportunity to reimagine what we are as a country and as a state.
The WMALF usually holds a Labor Day breakfast with local officials, but this year the organization wanted to use the holiday to advocate for change, holding a rally with speakers, signs, and songs.
This time around, it's almost more important to address the need for protective gear and adequate compensation for people in a workplace.
President of the Federation, Jeff Jones, tells Western Mass News the pandemic has created economic struggles for families in the area.
Enormous amount of people who are unemployed, the lack of adequate support from our government and employers, and we're calling attention to not only address that, but the need to address safety in the workplace.
He says they are also expressing their support for a new stimulus package.
We're especially calling attention not only for our state legislature to access rainy day funds to fund public education, but for our federal government, specifically the Senate, to pass the HEROES Act, which is already passed by the House, which addresses much of the COVID pandemic right now.
And demonstrators say their concerns go farther than the pandemic.
When I think about what kind of reforms that we would need with helping with unemployment, with helping with housing, it really comes down to we need to make those opportunities accessible to everyone. We need to take into account systemic racism and all of the issues that have happened for the whole history of our country.
Other rallies are happening in Boston and other communities across the state. Live in Springfield, Lindsay Kane, Western Mass News.